I hate budgeting. It's like my least favorite thing to do.
We usually don't talk about it unless we need to.
I know it's something I need to do, but I don't necessarily have the greatest feeling about it. Me and my husband are really trying to figure out what works for us right now.
EveryDollar is a budget tool. It's been called numerous things, budget software. It's been called an app. We do have an iPhone app, but technically it's a budget tool.
The company has had budget software of some kind going back to the late 90s. Fast forward to about 2003, 2004, we developed a tool called Gazelle Budget as part of the My Total Money Makeover website. And we started looking at what people were really using, and we found out, oh my gosh, it's like all about the budget.
We surveyed thousands and thousands of people. We've talked with hundreds and hundreds of people just to watch people do a budget. One person's in control of the computer, and the other one is sitting there looking and agreeing and tending to the dog and tending to the kids. And so that person had no investment in their budget.
There are people out there who want to have control of their money, but they don't exactly know how to. People are either spending carelessly and not really knowing where their money is going, or they're dealing with complicated systems where budgeting is just a drag, so to speak.
Money touches everybody's lives. Everybody has some kind of either amazing experience with money or bad experience with money. Whatever your goal is, in some regard, it's usually going to come back to money.
It seems like everybody has looked at budgeting as something that's impossible to do. And so the nerds and the free spirits are two different camps, and the nerds have kind of taken over the budgeting world and said, we're the only ones who know how to do it, which is just not true. And there's nothing out there that makes budgeting easy. So we wanted a free spirit personality to be able to sit down and do a budget in 10 minutes and feel confident.
We had come up with all of these, convoluted systems to make our way work of doing it. And we had to say, how do we actually give EveryDollar a name? How does Dave teach people to do it? And how do we put that in software that follows those rules, but is still flexible enough to meet people's needs? We have developers, we've got people that do user experience, quality assurance testing. I mean, it takes a lot of people to deliver Dave Ramsey's budget software to the marketplace, because we know the instant that we start talking about this, there are going to be so many people coming to this, and we have to deliver.
I get to talk with all the customers and learn their stories, how they think, how they act, what they do.
Are they going to respond well to emails? Should we have more content available for them on social? We just have to think about what's going to be most valuable to them.
What are we going to actually design for? How are the people going to use it that are going to use it? So you kind of nail all that down, and then you start to design for it, and you start to craft what the product might look like.
We'll debate and argue and say, this is the way it's going to work, this is the way it's going to work. So we take them all out there and test them, and we bring them back and find out none of them are going to work. So we do it all again.
Most people on our team have unique stories. Maybe they're working their way through the baby steps, or maybe they have family members who are on Dave's plan. And being able to see people go from being enslaved to money to actually winning with it is a huge win for people who work here.
I've watched a lot of people hurt with finances, and it's all about the foundation of a budget.
We came up with 3 words that we landed on. We said, this has to feel simple. It has to be functional. It can't be things working in the background and you don't understand it. It has to be, when you look at it, you intuitively know. And then third is, it has to feel happy in a way that was fun, that where you could, in 30 seconds a day or less, you could actually keep up with your budget.
Users are already struggling with their finances. The last thing they need to struggle with is the tool.
It's the one that is truly budgeting software. Everything else is accounting software. You push a button, you're in, create a sample budget for you, and then you just get started. It just rolls one month to the next. It's so easy that people will be able to take control of their money like never before.
Both parties in the marriage can sit down and look and see, that's what I spent, and it goes there, oh, we overspent. Or they drag it and like, yes. They're empowered, and that's fun.
My long-term expectation for EveryDollar is that it redefines how people think about budgeting. And because it's free, there's no friction, they just go sign up and they do it.
Money is something that is a human thing, and we want it to have that human element.
These people are trusting us with their budgets, and we need to be able to deliver them the best experience that we can.
I was a part of the start of that thing called EveryDollar.
The product we're delivering to the market today is amazing, but I want them to really think about what it can become over time. This is the beginning.